Hi YouTube, it's Noelle. It's been a long time since I've posted a vlog on here, so I thought I'd come on here and tell you where I've been. I've been depressed! So for those of you who know me or have followed me for a little while, you may know that I'm an aspiring actor. I went to school for theater, I've done some film gigs, and I took a job, a big girl job, a real job. So I took a job in a doctor's office and I really disliked it from the beginning. It was not a good fit for me. I always said I'd never work in an office as a little kid. I always knew I wanted to do something more creative than that. I did my best. I showed up every day. I was present and productive, but it felt like the death of all my dreams. And so I had been told initially that if I worked there for 6 months, I could move up in the company and do any sort of thing in the company and you know, just pay your dues and then you can move on to something that's a little less grueling. That never happened. I also had gone back to school to get my social media marketing certificate of achievement, and I thought that might help me get some jobs that are not necessarily acting jobs, but you know, a little more creative than what I'm doing working at the doctor's office. That hasn't really helped either. I actually had applied to a part-time job at the school I got the certificate from, and they didn't hire me. So I was like, does that mean I can get my tuition back now? Like, if you don't think I'm qualified for this part-time job that you certified me in, I think I should get my tuition back. But the good news is I have given notice at my job. I was so depressed. I mean, I couldn't even, like, I didn't even have energy to do anything other than go to work and then to come home and watch TV and then go to bed and start again. Every Monday morning was like being assaulted because the phones would ring like crazy and there were only so many people there. And I would wake up in the mornings feeling sore and tense and exhausted just waking up, and my face looked puffy and haggard and tired, and I noticed I stopped having ideas. I used to be inspired by everything. I'd have ideas for TV shows or movies or even songs, and I'm not a musician, but you know, I would have ideas all the time. And working in this place, they stopped coming to me. I just didn't feel like myself in this job. I would wake up every single day around 3 a.m. I think I was just so stressed that I couldn't sleep through the night and my body was all out of whack. And I would wake up in pain. My shoulders and my arms would be sore. I would be sleeping with my hands like this, so my hands would be asleep. It was just like, enough is enough. That office destroyed me. I stopped caring. I stopped wearing makeup. I stopped like brushing my hair. I would just roll out of bed, brush my teeth, get in the car. And I live in New Jersey and there's been a sinkhole on Route 80 since February. So my commute that used to be like 25 minutes became like an hour and 15 minutes each way. So that was wearing on me too. So I have given notice. My last day is on the 30th. That might not be a good financial idea, but it's good for my soul. And you know, I'm grateful that I got some experience in an office setting, even though I don't want that. Now I know, after doing this for a year and a half, that I was right and that this is not what I want for my life. So maybe this experience was the kick in the butt I needed to really make me go balls to the wall with my creative career. I don't know what happens next, and that's kind of scary, but I just can't do it anymore because I've seen what the alternative is for me. I had a dream a few weeks ago that my boss kept giving me more projects to do, and I just threw all the papers off my desk and screamed. And the funny thing is, I took this job because I needed benefits, right? I needed health insurance, but then once I took the job, I didn't even take the benefits because the benefits cost more through this job than it was through the NJ Healthcare Marketplace. And in this role, I became the competent person. Sorry if you worked with me, I'm sorry. But people were constantly asking me questions, asking me how to do things, asking me to do things that were complicated and they didn't want to do, couldn't do, I don't know. And so that was very draining, and I couldn't not be there. I couldn't take a day to go do a shoot and, you know, stand in the background of some movie. I needed to be there or things would fall apart. And I didn't even apply to acting jobs because I knew, well, I only get 5 vacation days and most shoots are probably more than a day unless it's like, you know, a one-off background gig. And I need to be here. So I'm going to take some time off, decompress, recover, and then recommit myself to my passion. So thanks for being here.